Hey, what's going on, guys? Got a rare one for you. I got a Star Wars review. It's been a really long time since I reviewed any Star Wars figure. The last one I reviewed, in case you don't remember, was the Death Watch Mandalorian, which is probably, I'm assuming, in this bag that I have all my figures in. Because in case you don't know, eventually I am going to move within some time. I'm not going to give that information out, but point is, I'm going to move eventually, so a lot of my figures are already kind of packed away, and so the Star Wars figures, I didn't have any room for my tubs, so I put them in this bag, and so they're kind of everywhere. There's a few Marvel Legends in there too, but so if you hear any like me shuffling or anything, like for like comparing later, that's it. But yeah. I saw this at Target, it was on clearance, and so I was like, why not? I've got a bit of an interesting story with this one. So, we are reviewing the Star Wars The Black Series Shore Trooper. As you can see, it is this depiction of him, this is appearing, I mean, it's kind of red, but it's kind of orange as well. It's appearing way more red on here, but this right here looks more orange, that's red. Shore Trooper from the depiction that they have of him in Andor. I would also argue that this depiction of him kind of comes from the Mandalorian. So, but yeah, yeah, and you got a picture of him on the back, doing some cool stuff. On the side, you just got a bit of the window. On the back, you got a picture of that. The bio, see, I thought this was the wrong bio. Apparently, this is the official bio for this figure, but it's not about the figure. This is just like a brief thing about the Andor series, which, if you haven't watched it, please do. It is a very interesting Star Wars series. I really like Cassian Andor beforehand, so. But I guess I guess I'll do some promotion for it. In an era filled with danger, deception, and intrigue, Cassian Andor embarks on a path that will turn him into the rebel hero who will challenge the evil galactic empire. So let's get on with this. So here is the Shore Trooper as depicted in Andor. So in case you're wondering, because I'm sure it's not totally memorable, where did we see a Shore Trooper in the Andor series? Well, when he gets arrested at some point under a false identity, he was arrested as that false identity, and it was a Shore Trooper. So I'm assuming it's from that. Where the Shore Trooper is kind of acting more like a cop than like a soldier, but still. So yeah, yeah, so a little bit of a backstory. I know I'm kind of already making this video kind of long, but when, sorry if you heard that thud. When I first watched Rogue One, I loved the Shore Troopers. And I can never find them. And in particular, I was looking for the Shore Trooper Captain, which I don't know if we'll ever see again as a figure or in any series. I hope we do eventually, because I would like to get a figure of one of them, because they got a unique design to them. But I also just wanted a Shore Trooper in general. But I never found him. However, I found the AT-ACT Pilot, which is basically just like a white version of a Shore Trooper, and I also found it to be more unique, so I liked it. But now that they made this, I decided, you know what, I need to get a Shore Trooper anyways, and experience it. So yeah, let's take a look at his one accessory, which is this neat little blaster. He looks, I don't know, there's just something about it that I like, but I don't know what it's called. I know it's not an E11, because the E11 is the normal Stormtrooper blaster, but it does have a holster. I am not going to show you how to get this in here, because I don't know how to myself. they seem to kind of have done the, I mean, you could have it like that. I kind of did it like that. So if you want to do it that way, but they kind of have it like the Death Trooper holster, which I have over here. But the Death Trooper holster has just like one band to it. This has two bands. And there's another figure that I don't know if I have it, but I know there's another Star Wars figure that did that. So, but he looks pretty good with it. Otherwise, yeah, so this is the Stormtrooper, done in a nice tan. A lot of the previous ones didn't have as clear as a distinction for the white marking. I don't know if that means something different. You could really army build these guys because a lot of them look different. So you got, you know, this. You could get this guy, a normal Stormtrooper, and a Stormtrooper captain, and you'd have a bunch of different ones. So, but yeah, got this. You got some nicely painted lines. You got the red applied here. You got all these extra pouches and the armor as the belt. Of course, you got the standard Stormtrooper helmet. I've never figured out what this red dot means. Should look that up. But on the back, you got kind of your standard trooper gear, grenade, and some other things. Then down below, you've got nice wrinkles on the pants. I think this is mostly reuse because like there's really not too much difference. I think this is just, I want to say newer plastic, if that makes any sense, but with an old mold. I don't know if that makes any real sense. But to get into the articulation, you can move his head up that far. You can move it down that far. You can look side to side. And you got plenty of tilt. His shoulders move inward that much. They will all rotate around. They have a single jointed elbow that bends 90 degrees. The trigger finger moves up and down. The other hand moves in and out. And they both have a swivel. He's got a diaphragm joint that allows him to bend that far forward, bend that far back, move side to side, and slightly swivel. This leg only moves that far out. Does this move anymore? That one moves a lot more far out. Yeah, so got an upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. His ankle moves down, moves up, and he's got ankle pivot. So, also this blaster is fairly easy to get in and out of his hand, so it's nice. McFarlane. No, I love the McFarlane figures, but there are some figures where, like, especially the Jon Stewart Green Lantern figure, I know they've gotten better at it lately, but it's hard to get the weapons in their hands sometimes, so it kind of gets a little wild. So, before we get into all the Star Wars comparisons that I want to do, let's get into some other lines first. So, we'll start with, here is the DC McFarlane Multiverse 3 Jokers Red Hood. Here is the DC Multiverse Mattel Dick Grayson Batman. It's not the greatest. Hold on. There you go. So you have that. And then you have, I guess this kind of relates with the water theme. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Namor. Here he is next to Marvel Legends Winter Soldier. And because why not, here he is next to Marvel Legends Spider-Man. And then here he is next to Transformers Studio Series Hot Rod. And here he is next to the Transformers Studio Series Soundwave. So now to begin the barrage of Star Wars comparisons. I'm only going to do one of the Bad Batch members that I have, so we're going to put him next to my favorite, which is Hunter. Here he is next to Hunter. Don't know how far the Bad Batch series will take us into the Empire's reign, but maybe we'll see those guys next to each other one day. Let's start with some Rebels before we get into a bunch of Imperials. Here, funny enough, these Rebels are from Star Wars Rebels. Here he is next to Hera. If you know what came out today, there's a reason why I brought them out. The Ahsoka trailer came out, and I'm extremely excited. And here he is next to Ezra. Unfortunately, I don't have the entire crew, so I'm hoping the whatever figures they do for the Ahsoka series come into play there. But now to do kind of a couple of different comparisons. So here he is. I think this is the Recon Soldier. Oh, I forget the name of this trooper. But this is from Solo. So they kind of do like the new design comparison, right? So there they are. And here he is next to the Incinerator Trooper. Not only is it just a comparison to the Incinerator Trooper, but to the Stormtrooper body book itself, just so you can kind of get an idea. You know what? Let's see if I can get him to stand. And we'll put him next to the Mimban Stormtrooper, which is also from Solo, as comparison to the old Stormtrooper body book. But to finish this off, I gotta do the Rogue One comparisons. I'm not gonna bring out Jyn Erso. She doesn't stand very well. I've honestly thought about replacing her. But here he is next to the other very well-known new design of a trooper from Rogue One, the Death Trooper. And then here he is next to another one of his type, I guess. The AT Trooper. He's not standing upright. There you go. This guy might be slightly taller, but this guy also has his knees bent, so I'm not sure. Or maybe because his legs are spread out as well. I think they're near, but yeah. So that's the guy I got. So I unfortunately I completely forgot about the last Rogue One comparison I need to do. If I can find them. See if I can find them for you guys real quick. There he is. Gotta do this comparison. If we're gonna have these two guys here, gotta bring in the hover tank pilot. There we go. Let's see if I can get them all into frame here. Yeah, there's your Rogue One crew for Stormtroopers. Looks really awesome. In fact, I might take a picture with him and a bunch of other Imperials later and post that on my channel. So, but yeah, there you go. You want the full deal? Got him. I took a lot of figures out that I'm gonna have to put away. So yeah. Other than that, I mean, I do have other Imperial troops that I can compare them to. But this has been a very long video about a figure that is very nice, but like doesn't need this long of a video. But So yeah, if you enjoy this review, let me know down in the comments. What is your favorite design of one of the many Stormtrooper variants? Mine personally, I think it might be either the Shore Trooper or the Shock Trooper, the Imperial Shock Trooper, as well as the Shadow Scout Trooper. But it's just my choice. So I guess if you count this, the Imperial like Mandalorian Super Commandos, love those. I hope we get action figures of those one day. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.